coming in hot. Pinchy, what's going on, man?
What's up, dude? Looking ripped today. Sean Casey's looking shredded.
I'm ready.
You are. You look good.
You know what I've been doing? You know, D-Rose got, his arms are so big. I'm like, bro, how are you getting those big arms? Like hammer curls. So like, dude, I'm in the hotel for the last 3 days just hammer curling.
Hammer curls are the best. I love that.
So
dude, you know what I did? I got a power washer yesterday.
Dude, you sent me that video. It was incredible. I actually, dude, you can rocket your toe off too. You gotta be careful.
Dude, I'm like stupid men. Men only do this, not women, I think. But Jess was like, it's got all these different types of settings, and like then it's got like turbo. But she had like the weakest thing, and she's like shooting. And I'm like, that can't be that that can't be that hard. She's like, no, they say like do not point or shoot this at anybody. I'm like, what? I'm like, shoot it a little bit until she's thing. I put my finger in it. It hurt worse than like sticking your hand in an electric socket. I was like, oh my God, I was burning the skin. I was like, I know, what do you call it? What do you call that thing? Thumbprint. It's like gone now.
Dude, that thing's legit. I remember when I got a pressure washer. When I first got one, I was doing my like wall outside, getting the mold off like you were doing on the shed, and I was getting off. And dude, I had flip flops on, but like the Croc flip flops.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I freaking straight yard sale. I'm like shooting it up like, oh. But that's what I do. That thing's dangerous. But it does work. It does work.
Oh, it does work.
Dude,
anyway.
how about Dimitri last night on the show? Hopefully everyone tuned in to Dimitri Young yesterday, having a good old time with the meat hook.
He is so funny and so fun, and you guys, those teams must have been so much fun to play on, dude.
Dude, we had so much fun, and don't forget, like a wild card. You know, one of the favorite guys in the clubhouse too was Mike Cameron, '99. Man, I still listen to DMX. You know, the rapper, because so many great memories, and I've connected my emotions to that '99 team to DMX. So whenever I hear DMX, everyone's like, my kids are like, you like this? I'm like, I love DMX. You kidding me?
That's so great. That's so awesome. All right. Well, good vibes tonight because we might be having already this early in the season the pitching matchup of the year. Who's pitching, and what are we excited about?
Well, we got the Buccos going out to the Dodgers, and we got Skenes versus Yamamoto, who Yamamoto's got what, like 29 innings, got a .93 ERA or something, just has been lights out. That split finger is just, well, we got two of the best splits in the game. I mean, you know, Skenes has that splinker that he throws, split combo sinker, acts just a nasty pitch running in, you know, diving down, and then Yamamoto's split finger is incredible. But these guys, this might be you're right, Chinch. Even though it's April, end of April, this might be the pitching matchup of the year. You know, I don't think these guys will cross paths against this team.
Right.
I haven't checked the schedule, but I don't think so. You know, you're making that trip out west.
Right.
I'm sure this is the first.
Yeah, nothing guaranteed because it's not the same division. You know?
Yeah, they're going to lock horns. So this is going to be must-see TV tonight. D-Row and I are taking a look at it on MLB Central today just to look at what it's like to face a guy with a nasty split finger. And I was telling D-Row, I said, he was asking me about, you know, guys that I faced that had good splits. I said, dude, I actually, when I faced Hideo Nomo, who was one of the first Japanese pitchers over here and brought that split, you know, he threw it from such a high arm angle. I don't know if you remember him, Chinch, but he was, you know, had the funky delivery. But yeah, right here. And then he was like he threw it from up here. So like it was coming down with a trajectory of like, looked like an Iron Mike fastball. And that's why the split finger is so tough, because it's a split finger fastball. It has like the same rotation. It's tumbling, you know, with a backspin, but right at about 55 feet when you go to swing, I almost felt like it was like Mariano Rivera's cutter. Rivera's cutter looked like a four-seamer down the middle till about 55 feet where you go to swing, and then that last 5 feet, it starts just bearing in on you, and you've already committed. It was the same thing with the splitter. A good split is so deceptive on the eyes that you think it's a heater right there, and you swing and miss. And I was saying, Jack McKeon, my manager at the time, no, I was like 0 for 8 with 4 punch-outs lifetime off Nomo. I remember this one game he got me twice. I remember Jack McKeon grabbed me going, hey, Case. He's like, got to just lay off that split finger. When you see it dropping down, you just lay off. And I go, what are you, nuts, Jack? I'm like, this thing looks like it's right there. I think it looks like it's right down the middle. And then it's leaving me. So, like, it's not as easy as you think. That's why it's a nasty pitch.
Dude, so two questions on that. As a hitter, you know, they always say slider, curveball, you look for the dot. You look for the dot for the spin of the ball. I never could see that, first of all, personally. I don't know if you did. But then what are you looking for? Like, how can you identify a splitter? Are you looking at the fingers? Like, is there any way to see it?
You know what you're looking for, Chance? You're looking for the hanger. You're just hoping he makes a mistake. These guys aren't perfect. He's not throwing me a nasty split every time. Now, I felt like when I faced him, he did throw a nasty split every time. Now, a couple times he threw me the split and I fouled it off, and that's it. You know, one thing people don't realize in the big leagues, like, guys are getting pitches to hit, but they're not delivering. You know, they might get that hanging split, foul it back. You're like, that's not good, because he's probably not going to hang another one. When you're up in the show, you're getting one, maybe two pitches. You're facing a guy like Madison Johnson, or some of the nasty guys. You know, you're facing a guy like Skenes Yamamoto. You might not get a pitch to hit.
Right.
Seriously, you might go 4 at-bats, and if these guys are on, that's why they always say great pitching always beats great hitting. You might not get a pitch to hit. Now, even these guys, the greatness of these guys, you're going to get a pitch. They're going to probably get one pitch to hit. There might be some at-bats where you get none. But the thing is, you're not looking for, okay, I got to look at his finger. Everything's happening too fast. Everything's too deceptive. The way you go, boom, he's there. My eyes, you know, it's happening too fast where I love it where you can see the seams. That's not true. You're not seeing the seams. You're seeing spin. And as a hitter, you're just trusting your eyes at a location. Like, push them up, push them out, and look for something in that location. Now, a split finger that hangs is a good pitch to hit because it's not as hard as the fastball, and then it becomes up. And when it's up, you're clipping it a little out front. A lot of times, a split finger fastball that doesn't split change is a good home run pitch.
Yeah, but this is the thing that makes baseball so difficult. Is you mentioned it, like, you could get a fastball right down the middle, the perfect spot, not even right down the middle, wherever your hot spot is, where Sean Casey, if you like it low and in, whatever. Here's my pitch. I swing, and 7 out of 10 times you miss that pitch, even if it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still can have the ball exactly where you want it, and if you miss it, and against one of these guys, if you miss your pitch against one of these guys, just go sit in the dugout, right?
They're killers. And that's the thing is, like, a lot of times you come back to the dugout and, you know, maybe he punched you out on a split or punched you out on a fastball up that, you know, you couldn't get on top of. And you're like, oh, man, that was nasty. But you think back to your bat, you know, it's the 1-1 hanger I missed. It's not the nasty upper rail heater that he got me on 2 strikes, or it's not that split that he hit me with 2 strikes. It was the 1-1 hanging split I missed, or the 1-1 fastball that he missed down, and I pulled it foul. So, like, that's why, dude, it's such a game of inches, and it's such a game of, like, you're talking about hairs. You're talking about hairs, you know, just missing. That's why this game's so hard. So, like I said, most of the time, you're really paying attention to this game, watching at bat. You'll see a pitch or two that the guy does not square up. That's where the at-bat, that's where he missed the at-bat. It wasn't the nasty 2-strike pitch he got him, because he's not hitting that anyhow. He knows if he goes back a couple pitches that he just missed. Oh, or sometimes it's you get a passive mentality for a second, like, oh man, you get in between right when the guy's about to throw it to you. Your mind goes to this place, you're like, man, why? And then he drills one right down the middle. You're like, and you take it. And you're like, I can't believe I took that pitch. You know, and like maybe somebody watching home goes, why did he take that pitch? Like, he wants to know why he took it too. I can't tell you how many times my brain would go like, I'm like, oh, I'm all of a sudden, what just happened? And all of a sudden,
it's so messed up. Right. I love that, dude. That's great. Great stuff, dude. Hey, one guy who's not having this problem whatsoever is your boy PCA, dude.
Yeah.
Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm just going to get, first of all, I'm going to give you his last 7 games. 393 batting average. He has got 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, and he has a 414 on base percentage, and he is stealing bases like a monster. He's second in the bigs, just 1 behind the lead, tied with Ellie De La Cruz for second with a double-digit 10 stolen bases. This guy is the real deal.
How many bombs does he have, Chinch? I think he has
overall.
Yeah, 5 homers.
Overall, he's got 5 bombs.
5 bombs, dude. This guy is the real deal. We're having
right around 300.
We have him on MLB Central coming on today, which is
nice.
Which will be pretty cool. But yeah, man, really does it all. The guy's a Gold Glove center fielder. He steals bases, gets on base, has a big personality. I think sometimes as a young kid, veteran guys don't know how to take it. But dude, just bring passion, man. Pete Crow Armstrong brings passion every day. I don't know if you saw it the other day when Hap got that hit to walk it off. Pete Crow Armstrong was like,
Oh,
he was like,
he was on the
yeah,
field before the run across the play. there's a still of it. But that's great though. That's great. That's your young kid who's there for the team, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's Ian Happ, like one of your leaders on your team, and this kid's running out there, giving love on him. I love
yeah.
that. So cool. That's part of the reason why this team's got mojo, dude. They got some special sauce going in
Dude,
Chicago.
you're right, man. That special sauce sometimes is that young, fiery kid that could be a star, and then you got your Ian Happs, the wily veterans. You got your Tuckers, the vet. That kind of energy boosts up the veteran guys. You know, because sometimes as a veteran, you're like, man, okay, you're grinding more than you were maybe as a young kid because everything's so new, and you need that. Oh, you look over and go, man, that's what it was like to be young. That's what it was like to be passionate every single second. You know, it's like, it's like my dog Macy goes outside to take a walk. She's like, whoa, squirrel,
Yeah.
squirrel. Gerbil. There goes the freaking bird. It's like a new time. I think that's what Pete Crow Armstrong looks like. My dog Macy, every time I take her on a walk, he's like, oh my God, we're in the big leagues. Wrigley Field, 1 o'clock. You got to be kidding me. I just homered. This is amazing. Me and Hap just walked it off. I'm going to run on the field before he gets there. It's incredible. And that ignites everybody, dude. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's so funny. Dude, when we worked with Barry Larkin, he said something to me once that always stuck with me. He goes, I always wanted a backup middle infielder who could make everybody laugh. I remember that, and I was like, what? Because he said, I look like a backup middle infielder. So he said, I used to make him laugh. And he goes, you always needed that one guy on a team where when everything's serious and whatever, he just does something so stupid on purpose and everybody just laughs at it and it just takes the tension away and then you go out and have fun. Like you need characters on a baseball team,
you do, man. You need those personalities. It's such a long year. We talk about, friend of the show, Pete Harnish. Pete Harnish, pitching, starting every fifth day, but like kept things light. We're like, oh man, we're playing baseball. We're allowed to smile, laugh, have some fun. And I actually think, that passion that Pete Crow Armstrong plays for. Now, obviously, for a guy like Pete Crow Armstrong, you don't want to just be the passionate, fun guy. You got to be able to put up numbers, and that's why we're talking about him because he's putting up the numbers. He's an
Yeah.
impact player. He's infiltrating that big home run that's gets the crowd going. He's stealing that base. He's making a play in the outfield. This guy, he's taking the extra base. He's running you. He's the kind of guy too. He's running right in your face. You hit a ground ball to the right fielder, you better be coming in hard because Pete Crow Armstrong run right in your face and get the mojo going for that crowd and that team. So yeah, man, it's pretty fun to watch.
Was Harnish the one that did naked handstands in the shower?
Every night, naked handstands. You come in there maybe for 0 for 4, your 2 punches, look over, and Harnish is a naked handstand with the shower just directly, where the sun don't shine. And he's like, you got to make sure you get your behind when you're in the shower. You got the naked handstand. The handstand's the only way to get it.
Oh my goodness! All right, one more team I want to hit on before we get you on in Central is the Detroit Tigers, bro. They are in first place in the Central. You like them coming into the season?
Yeah.
What do you love about them now?
First off, love AJ Hinch. I think he might be one of the best managers in the game. There's no doubt about it. A lot of good young players in that team. I just think that rotation's been great. Strubal's been great. Olsen the other days pitched really well. Mize has been good, getting in that rotation. Flaherty being back in the rotation. I feel like that's really good. The bullpen's always been their strength, but the fact that the rotation's getting in that pen, they're always in games, Chinch. They're always in games. And they're pitching well. Torkelson's got off to a nice start here. Javi Baez, I don't know if you saw, but they moved him to center field. Did you ever think back 10 years ago, you go, who's the guy most likely, infielder most likely, unlikely to play the outfield? You just say Javi Baez, but he's in center field. Made a nice play there today. But, top to bottom, man, it's a fun team to watch. Riley Green really hasn't even gotten going yet. Carpenter's been a little banged up. But they're finding ways to win, man. They're finding ways to win because the pitching keeps them in games, and it's impressive.
To that point, team ERA, first in the American League, 2.94. Your entire team ERA is under 3. You're going to win baseball games.
Dude. You just need a couple big hits, and you're in every game. And I think that's why the Tigers have been so good. They're in every game, and they're finding a way to get the hit when they need it. But that rotation and bullpen has been lights out.
Yeah, second in the American League in hits given up. Again, guys not getting on base there. They got something going. Central's going to be exciting because you see how far they go with this right now because Cleveland's there too. But all right, dude, getting on Central. I'm going to go watch and learn how to
It's
hit
gonna
a
be
splitter
fun.
from
Yeah,
Sean.
go check it out, dude. Go check it out. Might bring back some nightmares for me.
Nice. And Breakthrough Pro this Sunday night. You still got time to
Sunday
sign
night,
up.
you
We
got
got
time
the
to
whole
sign
weekend
up.
to
You
sign
got
up.
time to sign up. Hey, listen, a lot of stuff that we talked about right there about your mindset in the box, your mindset as an athlete. Not everybody's, signing up is going to be a baseball player. But just your mindset to play this game is, it's a skill that can be trained, and we train it. We'll be training it starting on Sunday night. Fired up for that, though. Thanks, Casey.
There you go. Check our notes, and check our notes when you're watching this. It's in there. You can just click
Yes.
on it and go
Yeah,
sign
man.
up.
Awesome, dude. Hey,
Awesome.
listen, man. What are you doing for the weekend?
Just keep cleaning out the yard, man. Getting it
Looks
ready.
like the pool. Looks like I saw you with the pressure washer. I can hear some music in the background. Does that mean the pool's up and running?
Yeah, dude, the pool's up and
Have you
running.
got in it?
I'm gonna fire up the heater start today.
Have you got in
Huh?
it yet?
Haven't gotten in yet. It's not
Right,
there
right.
yet.
So too breezy. Too breezy. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But just seeing it is enough relaxation for me. Just seeing it open and not snowing.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
I think
All right,
it's
brother.
turning, bro. I think the weather's turning. Yeah.
I love it.
No, all right, bro.
Love it. All
Love
right,
you,
dude.
man. Everyone out there, have a great weekend. Subscribe for us if you can. It helps us big time. And also, like I said, it's free. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
All right, Chichi.
There you
Have a great week. I'll see you Monday. See everybody Monday.